We are Fleetwood Crack! Thank you, and good night.
Hold on, I think I can hear them coming.
Right, where's the crack?
Hi.
Who are you?
With the documentary team. Joanna said she told you we'd be here.
Right, did she mention where she put the crack? Or
Did Joanna tell us about this?
did she? She didn't send a pigeon.
A pigeon?
I prefer to communicate via messenger pigeon.
It absolutely guarantees that no paparazzi can take our messages to people.
Yeah, we got to resort to that after the whole dick pic via post incident.
That was my bad, I'll be honest.
And what if they get a hold of one of the pigeons?
Well, pigeons travel in flocks, so how would they know which one to get?
Exactly, they probably get one carrying rations or something.
Anyway, so you didn't know we were coming?
No. Did you two see any crack when you walked in by any chance?
Just smoke some weed or something.
Oh yeah, a split after a gig. We're not the Wiggles, Johnny.
So we approached Joanna in hopes of making a documentary about you guys after we read about you during the Cure lawsuit.
That was an exciting time for us.
No one thought we were going to win.
Especially not Joanna.
She sent us this big letter on what she really thought about us.
It was a betrayal, I'll say it.
Yeah, but then we won and she came back.
Anyway, so we spoke to her and she said it's an exciting time for you guys now as well because you're working on a new album?
Yeah, first one since For a Cure.
Yeah, and that was the album that you made sort of in honour of...
Don't say it.
It's just too soon.
Okay, why don't you introduce yourselves, in case someone watching doesn't know who you are.
I'd be a bit surprised if they know, but okay. I'm Johnny Mack, and I'm now the lead vocalist and lead guitarist.
I'm Susan Brothel, as in that type of brothel, and I play the banjo and the keys.
I am High Priestess Mary Jane Weed Smoker. I play bass, but also a little bit of harmonica.
And we are Fleetwood Crack.
So, can one of you just kind of say what we're doing here, guys?
We already told you.
Well, you did, but the camera wasn't on there, so it'd be good for the audience.
Well, we'll see what we're doing in a minute, so what's the point?
I don't know, it's just like how things are done, you know?
Right, everyone. Just wait and see. It's called anticipation.
Who are you talking to?
People watching? People at home?
Editor's note, just cut this bit out and put some text up to say where we're going.
We're here.
I see that. I also see that you've met the crew.
Right, you ready? Everything good?
Could we change the lights?
The lights, change them how?
I don't really like this colour on it, so if, if we, change it to, maybe blue, the ocean.
Sorry, what? What? I mean, right here, the lights, they look fine on the camera. What do you mean, like the ocean?
Right, so if we were to do the interview as if I was under the water, in the ocean, could we have the lights like that?
Sure, man. How would you describe Joanna?
Oh, she's the best. She's kind of like a mother to the group, especially to me. But unlike my real mom, who wishes I was dead.
Just sit there. Okay, you ready?
I don't like the lights, you know.
God damn it. Why? What is wrong with the lights?
Can you make them a bit more green? I think she's tough on us, but deep down she really loves us.
Okay. Everything alright before we start?
I mean, we could change the lights.
Oh my fucking... We're not changing the lights. Look, every time one of you asks us to change lights, we have to go get new lights. We're not getting new lights.
So we're just keeping these lights.
Yes, we're keeping these lights.
She's cool.
A warning would have been nice that they were going to be here, that's all I'm saying.
Well, I did warn you.
There wasn't a pigeon.
Pigeons. Oh, you guys are still living in the past. I sent an email. It's like post, but obviously, you know, on a computer.
You don't have a computer.
Well, then who have I been emailing?
I don't know.
We're here to talk about the album, Joanna.
Oh, well, great. What songs do you have?
No.
Oh, well, do you have a title?
Not as such.
But then I'm confused. What do you have?
We have the idea that we'd like to do another album.
But we've already said this before, you were going to do one.
No, if you remember, last time we said that we were pretty sure. Now this is just to say that, like, we're definitely sure.
Yeah, at first we didn't know if we could do it without, you know.
But you managed Music for a Cure.
Yeah, but that was in his honour. So it was kind of like we were doing one with him anyways.
Well, do you think you'll be able to do it?
Yeah, this is us saying that officially Fleetwood Crack is back.
Perfect. Well, how can I help?
But maybe you could get some buzz going.
Isn't it a little early for that? You guys don't even have any of the songs, a title or nothing.
Yeah, but I feel like hearing people hearing our music might help inspire us, you know?
Yeah, we need to know there's an audience waiting for this.
How about we send you a list of our best songs and then you get them on the radio?
Yeah, sure. I'll see what I can do. How many songs are you expecting to be on this album?
At least 40.
40? Look, listen guys. I'll talk to the record company and, you know, I'll ask how many songs that they want on the album. But you need to give me something. You know, I can't sell nothing. Do you think you're going to be able to do some songs, you know, soon?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, okay. How about a song by, let's say, the end of next month?
I can do you one better. How about the end of this week?
I think me and Susan would much prefer the end of next month one.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. How about, end of next month?
Awesome. Well, I won't keep you guys any longer. Oh, and crew,
Yeah?
keep up the good work.
Okay. We'll try our best.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, we'll see.
How do
Hey.
you do it?
What are you?
Oh.
No, we're not changing the lights.
I like that one.
pink.
The lights are fine, guys. Just no.
I like that one. It's like weed.
No.
Oh, orange.
Right, sit down. Okay. I think I'm a pretty easygoing
It's like
guy.
the orange and green TikTok.
Shush.
Oh.
I think I'm a pretty easygoing guy here, but I'm drawing a line in the sand. We are not changing the light. Anyway, this is going to be like a history lesson of the band for the audience. So, how did you all meet? NA.
Narcotics Anonymous. We were all there.
We all got bored eventually, and I think one of us, who was it?
Brian. Hey, what it was? He got up and he said, and I'm sorry, but this has some swears in it, but he says, fuck that, and leaves. And we all followed him.
Sorry, what was he saying that to?
Oh, it was when they were taking everyone's names. That bit made me want to leave as well, actually, because it got round to me, and I said my name, High Priestess Mary Jane Weed Smoker, and this absolute miserable woman doing the thing asks if I think I'm funny. So of course I say yeah, but I don't really see how that's relevant. And then all of a sudden everyone's staring daggers into me, well, except for 4 people. Brian, these 2, and Gary. They're all laughing.
So we all go outside and we light up a bit of weed, and we're all laughing and just talking. We realise one thing.
5 years before, we all had the same dream.
The same dream.
We dreamed that this hooded man, he came to us and he said, "You are destined to change music." And then he shook our hand.
It was meant to be.
Sorry, how did it come up that you all had the same dream?
Oh, well, basically, we were chatting, and I asked, what's the best dream you've ever had? And then we all did a top 5, and that one was number 3 on everyone's list.
See, I'm not convinced it was a dream. I think it genuinely happened.
Anyway, we decided to form a band, and guess who walked by?
Joanna. And that's how she became our manager.
Did any of that actually happen?
All of it?
Beat by beat.
Word for word.
We all used to live in different houses, but I guess we just kind of decided it would be easier to live together. You know, cheaper and more convenient and all that. It's a bit of a tip right now. Brian used to clean it and he was a proper neat freak. He'd do the dishes like once a month. Mental, I know. Anyway, at the minute we're just trying to like come up with a title for the album, you know, get some ideas. Seems like a good place to start. Should probably get back to it actually. So, what have we got?
Look, I still stand by the idea of the life of Mr. Eggy Bread.
Yeah, but who is Mr. Eggy Bread?
I don't know. We'll figure it out when we write the song.
Sorry, I thought you were coming up with album titles.
Well, yeah, obviously, but one of the songs has to be the name of the album.
So why don't you just write the song first?
We just figured this way would be easier.
How so?
Yeah, it just gives us something to write about.
Speaking of, what's Mr. Eggy Bread done that makes him so song-worthy?
He fought the biggest man in the world.
Shit. That's pretty impressive.
And that man is a metaphor for capitalism.
Johnny, do you even know what a metaphor is?
I don't know.
Fleetwood Crack has always had a working class appeal. How do you stay relevant in that world despite its success?
Pretty much all our money goes on drugs.
All of it.
Pretty much. I mean, we tried the straight edge thing in the 80s like everyone else. Joanna suggested it. I lasted 2 days. Johnny a day. Brian an hour. Mary Jane never agreed to it. I guess that helped in us staying relatable.
I still like music for the almighty.
So do I, but I want to make people think that we're a Christian rock band again.
Exactly. We changed our name from the Prophets for a reason.
And making an actual Christian rock album didn't help, Susan.
What about formerly prophets?
Oh, you see, the problem with that is that I'm still considered a prophet by my congregation.
Thought you didn't associate with those guys anymore.
Legally, I don't. So before all this, I spent most of my time like hopping on the back of trains, talking to the fellow hoppers, and I'd share my wisdom, my prophecies, if you will. And I guess eventually that just kind of turned into a bit of a religion. We've had a few police raids in our time, but all in all, it's going pretty well. Before that, I grew up in a drug cartel, which is actually where I learned to play the bass, because there's this one guy sat there playing it, and I said, that's awful, I can do better than that. So to prove a point, I went out to the charity shop and bought my bass for a sixpence.
Right, unless you guys start liking interdimensional twins from outer space, we'll get nowhere with this.
How about we take a week off, come back with fresh minds? Agreed?
Agreed. Good work today, guys. We didn't make much progress in the conventional sense, but, you know, at the same time, still feel like we did, right?
Yeah. God's gonna show us the path, I reckon.
I will when I see it, I promise.
No, like the real God?
You better not say things like that or only church a weed smoker, I tell you what.
Good night, guys.
Night, Johnny.
You really just leaving it for the week?
Yeah, why?
Well, it's a pretty tight deadline you're working with. Are you sure you can afford it?
We'll figure it out. We always do.
Well, you're not worried it might be harder without... Never mind. Night, Johnny.
Good night.
They're fucked. So it's been a week. What are you guys doing now?
Well, we've decided that we can't really go on with making the album until we figure out what it's about. So we've just been coming up with some ideas on like what we want it to be. Personally, I like the idea of sticking it to the man.
What man?
Like the man. Like the cause of all our troubles.
What's he done that's so bad?
Well, he made drugs illegal for one.
What a prick! I want a sort of like Maestro Piero kind of vibe.
Who?
Seriously. Only one of the finest to the medieval era.
Sounds impressive.
It is.
I want something punk, but also psychedelic at the same time.
Add that. We are going to keep it classical though, right guys?
Obviously.
You don't think these are all sort of contradictory?
Fleetwood Crack is defined by our refusal to be defined.
Like our label says, we don't like labels.
But psychedelic and punk, they're basically opposites.
And then we'll meet in the middle.
That's neither of them.
Right, like, I appreciate what you're doing, but let us handle it. Now let's talk country.
Jot it down.
Right. I've kept the lights the same. Is this fine?
Have you tried wine?
Oh my god! I went to 6 years of film school for this.
6 years? You'd think you know your lightning.
We didn't go to night school.
It's like we're watching tennis.
Anyway, what do you credit for the group's success?
Do you want it?
Okay, so in the beginning, after Gary died, we heard about bands selling the soul to the devil for success, and obviously we wanted to do it, so we did. Although, if I'm being honest, I don't think we spoke to the devil. I think it was some kind of lesser demon or something.
Yeah, that kind of makes me feel a bit bad for Brian, you know, because that probably means he's getting tortured by the big guys down there. So, tomorrow is when we're actually going to try and write some lyrics, which is what Brian used to do, because he was the only one of us who could actually write. We just tell him our ideas and he'd jot them down. But now he's not here, we have to figure something out. So, Susan's done a bit of a maths thing. It's something she liked from non-school. I think it's a little over the top, but makes them happy, so...
Would you mind telling us what happened to Brian?
Sure, yeah. Follow me. So, Brian died, we think, of a crack overdose. I say we think because they did an autopsy and they found quite a lot of cheese in his system. And you know, he could have been allergic or something, or I don't know. But yeah, it was probably the crack.
Why are you seemingly less affected than the others?
I mean, I was affected. I missed the guy, but I don't know. It wasn't the first time we'd lost a member of the band. Our pianist, Gary Cheese, he died day one.
What? How?
Crushed by a piano.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If you ask me, I think this one affects them more because, well, you see, there was a bit of an argument about the OD, you know, whether it was on purpose or not. I think it was accidental, but those two seem to think it had something to do with something that happened a few days before.
And what happened?
This was peak broke era for the band, right? You know, we didn't really have any money for drugs and we were all in quite a bad state of withdrawal. So, you know, desperate times call for desperate measures, and to cut a long story short, we ended up selling one of Brian's kidneys.
What?
I mean, yeah, like, looking back, that wasn't on, was it? But, you know, we did it all professional. We didn't want to hurt him. He's our friend, and if I'm honest, he was probably more upset that when he woke up, we wouldn't let him have any of the stuff that we bought. So, you know, he got over it, and I just don't think that was really why he did it.
Jesus Christ.
I know, but you got to understand it was a bad withdrawal. And, well, if he needed it, I would have given him one of my kidneys, and I know those two would have as well, but the technology just isn't there yet.
Mary Jane?
I should go. But, yeah, that's what happened.
So, we gave ourselves a little break. What have you come up with?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, me too. Stared at the plan and tried to come up with something, but I couldn't.
Right, we
We have less than a month to write 40 songs and you have nothing.
Well, what do you have?
I have a solid list of about 5 songs, all of which start with either the ballad of, the story of, or the life of. Well, pretty much like all the songs I write, I like to call like the ballad of something, just so it has like that kind of effect on viewers. Like even if it was like the ballad of drugs and why we like them, which is a personal favourite of mine, it just gives that effect.
We need 40 songs, and you came up with 5?
It is more than you did.
We're fucked.
Yeah, where's you gone now, Susan?
I'm thinking.
Why'd you do this, Brian? You cursed us.
I've got news. Are you alright? Anyway, I heard back from Hopland.
As in Hopland and Lamlin.
Yeah, but Landon was busy, so just Hopland.
What did they say?
It's a good news, bad news situation. Good news, they love the idea of the album. But bad news, they do think that 40 songs is a little bit excessive.
Oh?
Yeah, they were thinking more like 10.
I think I speak for the entire band when I say that we refuse to compromise our artistic vision. We do 40 or we don't do the album.
Well, I did tell them you'd be stubborn. So, they're willing to meet halfway. 20?
Deal.
Great. Oh, and also, that list of songs that you sent me for radio station, they're asking me to keep it a little bit PG, so if you could do that, that'd be great.
I don't think.
Johnny,
Yeah?
what the fuck?
It was heat of the moment. I panicked.
We had an escape.
I'm sorry.
I think if there's one thing we've learnt from this experience, it's that after this is over, Johnny needs to go.
Like in a coup.
Not coup. Pirate law forbids it.
We're not pirates.
My point still stands. I just think we ought to replace him. One of us become the new front man. I mean, we're the most interesting members of the band. My bass is made out of Joan of Arc's skeleton.
My banjo, Ozzy Osbourne, was given to me by Ozzy Osbourne. I'm like 99% sure it was him.
It was probably him. And that's my point. We have all this awesome backstory and lore, and what does he have?
Not that.
Exactly.
Who will be the new lead?
Well, I think we both know.
You, right?
Yeah, me.
Johnny, wake up!
What the hell?
We need to talk.
It's the crack of dawn.
It's noon.
Shut up.
Johnny, we've been talking.
I haven't.
Good for you, but we have.
We've been talking about that whole album situation, and we've decided.
You're out of the band.
What?
Yep, I'm kicking you out. Fleetwood Crack, it's now a double act. High Priestess Mary Jane Reed Smoker, Susan Brothel.
As in that type of brothel.
Yeah, I know what type of brothel. I can't believe this. I was there when the band started. It was my idea to make the deal with the devil.
And look how that turned out. You said we'd be immortal.
I stand by the only thing that can kill us is drugs. I just think we're able to handle it a lot better than Brian.
It's over, Johnny. I think you should leave.
This is my house.
It's Fleetwood Crack's house.
Get out!
This isn't the first time something like this has happened. The band broke up a few years back. I ended up staying on Joanna's sofa. Brian released a rap album called I Am Pressured, and he got sued by Queen, David Bowie, and Vanilla Ice. Mary Jane decided to go to Asia for enlightenment, but was arrested in Nepal for drug possession. Naturally. She used her one phone call on Joanna, but when Joanna asked what country, she just said Asia. Took her 4 months to find her, and I tagged along, because I hid in Joanna's suitcase and she didn't want me coming. For the life of me, I don't know what Susan got up to. But we got back together, realised we needed each other. Then 1 year later, we lost Brian. The band was gone, then it was back, then it was gone again, almost right away. And just when we're coming back, here we are, and it's time for me to go back.
Right, are you ready? Ready? I'll go first. Hi everyone, I'm Susan.
I'm Mary Jane.
No, what are you supposed to stand up?
Sorry, we've already done introductions, guys.
Yeah, but we haven't got Johnny anymore now, so this is the new
Wait, what?
Fleetwood Crack.
The one day I asked someone else to film.
Listen, I know the album is like priority number one, but I just think there are some other things that we can worry about too. Like how we haven't got anywhere with the musical.
You're right. How are people supposed to know our story without a musical?
Exactly. So we can like put that on the back burner and it can be something to think about while we work.
Yeah. I just really want to talk about it.
No, me too. It's like we're killing him off, right?
Hear me out. Gary Cheese lives. Johnny Mac gets crushed by a piano.
I like it.
This is embarrassing. I've already got the first draft of Susan's Nun School solo.
Have you got it on you?
Of course. I mean, it's more pictures than words, but you'll get the gist.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna work really well.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah. That's a good idea too.
Yeah.
You guys are so dumb.
What?
Nothing. I'm gonna go follow Johnny for a little while.
Why? What's he doing?
What's this now?
I'm sad.
Why are you sad?
They kicked me out the band.
Why?
Well, the album's not going very well. And they said it's my fault because I agreed to do 20 songs.
And how many songs do you have?
0.
0. Look at me. You three need to get your shit together.
What?
I've pulled with you for almost 30 years, and I'm not giving up now. For better, well, certainly for worst, you belong together. So figure it out, or... Actually, there's no second option, just figure it out.
It's just not the same without Brian.
I get that. I know it's not easy. But I think you just need to slow down and come to terms with what's happened.
You're right.
Of course I am. Now get out of my office. How did he even get in?
I was thinking we do one with, like, notes.
Yeah, sure.
I'm back.
Why?
Well, I was speaking to someone wise.
Was it Joanna?
Well, yeah, obviously. But she told me that we belong together, and I think she's right. Just think, how did we get out of prison that one time?
We recorded a blues album that counted as community service.
Exactly.
Yeah, and only 3 of you were allowed to go, so you left me.
That's true.
We were gonna leave Brian, but he's been shanked so many times, we just felt bad.
But who let an Ozzy Osbourne player into the band when everyone told them that that instrument didn't fit with the genre? We're more than a band. We're a band that's friends.
We're as fucked as we were without you. Welcome back.
I've got a good idea for our song problem.
Thank God.
I think we need to talk to our lyricist.
Right, so Susan and Mary Jane had another chance to introduce themselves when they, kicked you out of the band for that little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, only fair. Take it again.
Okay. I'm Johnny Mack, and I am once again the lead vocalist and the lead guitar for Fleetwood Crack.
This is absolutely ridiculous, by the way.
Show some respect. This is a religious thing here.
No, it's not.
Who here went to a nun school? That's what I thought. Now, ready.
As the one psychic here, I feel like I should be the one to do this.
This is a god thing, not a spooky thing.
It's both, and you already got to do the candles, so shut up. Brian, are you here?
Oh my god, oh my god, he says yes.
Told
Says
you.
yes.
Brian, are you in hell?
He says no.
Makes sense. He had some religious artifacts.
He had what?
His spoons. They were used by Thomas and Judas at the Last Supper. Not that Judas, the other one.
He says it's true. He says it's true.
Brian, why did you OD?
Whoopsies.
Whoopsie!
I told you it was an accident.
That doesn't make the kidney thing okay, for the record.
Right, the point is that he loves us. And Brian, we have to write 20 songs for our new album. Can you help us?
He says yes. And to get him a paper and pen.
Can you,
On it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Can we change the light?
What do you mean changing
I
how?
just feel like this like drowns me out. I feel like if you had it like blue, like the ocean.
Looking at the camera, it's fine. What do you mean, like the ocean?
Like blue? Like if I was underwater.